How we doing out there? Let's see. Do we have sound over here in Hit Run Candlesticks? Do we have sound in right way options? There we go. We should have now. And let's do this over here. We've got a lot of buttons I've got to push when I first get going here in the morning. So I can't do it till I turn everything on. All right, there we go. Hello, Milton. Good morning. Milton, Good Son, Stu, Donna, Yorina, Tammy. Good morning, Bill, Fred, Joe. How's everybody doing here? Happy Friday to you. What is it? Friday the 12th, December 12th. Happy birthday to everybody that has a birthday on December 12th. I do want to remind everybody that we're here every morning at 8:30 with coffee, Monday through Friday, a.m. Eastern, live. It's open to the public. Everybody is welcome. Also, want to remind everybody that I've started to put my positions I'm in the. I have two accounts that I trade, and I post that list here in the trading room, and I'll post it over in our Discord room. If you want the Discord link, simply go to YouTube, look below. You'll see where it says join our Discord group. Yeah. It's free. It's painless. You know, we don't ask for your firstborn or anything like that. We don't ask for money. That's there. And then what else? Oh, leave us a thumbs up, okay, in YouTube or Facebook or X or wherever you are. Leave us that. Sure would appreciate it. It helps it helps increase the social media viewers, and we would like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? So let's do that. Something else I was gonna also say. Oh well, let's get going. So today I got up this morning and turned on the news. My typical morning is I get up and I have coffee with CNBC, and well, hell, pot is skyrocketing, right? It's no longer going to be a dangerous substance, evidently. So there's probably going to be a lot of talk about pot today. Cannabis, that's probably the correct word for it. So, throughout the day, we'll search out some good pot stocks and see what we can do with that. Maybe a lot of moves that's been made already that we've missed, but that's okay. There'll be other moves, and we'll take a look at those as we, into next week and as they relax a little bit. So go pot, right? Let's start with the market here, okay? So, let's start with Oracle. So Oracle kind of, I guess, pissed in its Wheaties, didn't it? And not doing so good here. But that's, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Everything's going to come back. Not too worried at all. So, yeah, not at all. But everything will come back. It does seem like the tech trade is going down a little bit, but there's a lot of other things coming up. So no fear there. You just have to be in the right positions. When tech does come back, we'll be there. You'll be able to see it in the price action. You'll see all that coming back. So take NVIDIA, for instance, NVIDIA here. We're not in buy territory yet, not by my standards, maybe by somebody's, but not by mine. But when it does, we'll shout out and get something going out there. All right, now let's take a look at SPY here, okay? So I'm still thinking we get to 700, maybe even higher, but 700 is going to be my first number, and then we'll worry about higher after that comes, which means the market's bullish, man. As much as somebody might want to be short, and I mean, be careful when you're shorting a bullish market. There's always going to be short trades out there, no question about it. Just be a little cautious with it. So very boring. The way I look at a chart, it just, I think it's simplistic, and I like that. I would like something less boring. I really would. I like excitement, but I want simplistic. I want ease. I want, to be honest, I've got my oldest granddaughter is 6 years old, and I want to be able to show my granddaughter and say, all right, look, sweetheart, when price is above that white line, she doesn't need to know what that white line is. When that white line is above those green dots, she doesn't need to know what those lines are or those dots are. Well, that's bullish. I could very easily get my. Sorry, I'm lagging a little bit. I've got a lot of things open. Wow, this is not working at all, is it? Oh, okay. Maybe that's why. My bad. I can teach her that when you have a green candle like this, that's bullish. I can teach her very easy, hey, she doesn't need to know what this is called. She just needs to know that that is bad um, up there like that. And, when we have follow through, that's bad. So it's really simple to follow the chart. Yeah, good son. Yeah, she's 6.5. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it crazy? Time flies. Yeah, time flies. Um, so let me get off that, I guess. So right now the market is bullish. So I'm going to stay definitely bullish on everything, taking profits into strength. Um, take the cues here. Cues are actually holding up. I mean, when you think about some of the tech that's down, or maybe not down, but not rallying, not going up. Tech is doing pretty good. We can come over here and where's my? I moved my little things up here, so there we go. I mean, here's the cloud, and lately we've been talking about the cloud a little bit more, and I don't use it. Full disclosure, I don't use it like some cloud users use it. I'm not a cloud connoisseur, but I can look up in the sky. I can tell you when it's a cloudy day and when it's not. And well, right now we're flying over the cloud. I mean, the jet's working. There's no disturbance up here yet. We're not in the clouds. We can see everything looks fine at this point. We'll just have to monitor this. Now we start moving below 618.54, and that's just simply those green/red dots. If that turns red, well, we got a problem. It's that simple. Uh, Based on the way I look at a trend, and I think a based way a lot of our members look at a trend now, because everyone likes it, to be able to look at a chart easier, they would agree the same thing. So right now, Qs are actually doing pretty good. Take IWM. There we go. IWM. Look at that. Man, IWM is rocking. Maybe even getting a little bit in that overbought area. So we might need to see a little consolidation. That is not code for bearishness, not at all. That's just code for we're in one hell of a trend, and even trends have to rest a little bit. All right, let me run down my list here. I just have a list that I look at in the morning, kind of covers a few charts and then a few little ETFs here. Take ETHA, which I'm currently still holding this. We're setting up in a blue. Boy, I hope I didn't ruin that trade. We're setting up in a 3/8 trap right now. I think everybody knows that's one of our favorite entries. Also, somebody do me a favor and remind me this morning. Let's talk about the trap, because not everything has to be a 3/8 trap, okay? And I'll show you what I mean. But if somebody remind me, be very helpful. But that's working out pretty good here. Yeah, that's working out. And right now, I mean, I like what I'm seeing here. Up here to about 28 would be that 50% retracement, or about 14.5%. To the 50 would be a good place to look for a target as well. Let's move down now. We'll jump to IYT. Look at the transports kicking, man. They're rocking, absolutely rocking. Let's jump right to SMH. SMH is doing great. And with tech being, I don't know, not in the limelight right now, I think SMH is holding up absolutely fantastic. So basically, I see the market running on all cylinders. We're cooking, absolutely cooking. And I'm just going down the list. I'm not going to pick and choose. You know what I do better? I better come over to this chart though. There we go. Here's NVIDIA. We're under the 50 period moving average. NVIDIA could fall a little bit lower. I see no reason to be a buyer. I personally see zero reason to be a buyer in NVIDIA. Unless you've got strong conviction, this is going to be the low, and it could be. It very well could be. But for buyers coming in, I don't see a big change in this. We do have a low, high, higher low so far, but we do need that follow through to get us going. IBIT, I'm still chasing IBIT around, and IBIT, BIOT, those. I still think those going to pop higher here pretty quick. And today might be a day that I kind of load up on it. I think we're holding up very well. The market is in good form. So today may be a good day to load up on that IBIT here. BITO, that's another one that some people like to trade. BITO, BITO. Take a look at Tesla. Tesla is holding, and I am pleasantly surprised. I like to trade TSLL, the single stock ETF, and I might have to buy some of that today as well. That's very possible. Hold it over the weekend. Yeah, I think we're holding up very well here in Tesla myself. Let's move this down here. There we go. I guess go back to, well, let's look here. Let me go long term. Look, this is a monthly chart, and it's not that I'm looking at the monthly chart. It's just I get to see, the big picture. And look at this, the way this is setting up to break out. Man, we've got ourselves a really, really nice looking breakout setup, if you ask me. And man, we'll talk about Tesla a little bit more today. So I'm really liking the way that's starting to look. XLF, one of those leaders in the market. Again, it's helping this engine fire on all cylinders, looking terrific. Copper moving up, beautiful trend. Price, white line, green line, right? 8 EMA and our trend indicator here. RSP working great. Amazon, I'm holding, not Amazon, holding AMZU. Let's see here. There we go. I'm holding AMZU, and that's looking pretty good right here. One thing about Amazon, and I'm going to come over to this cloud chart again. Where is it? There it is. You can see right here that this is one thing. Actually, I'm just going to take this yellow line and move it up. We seriously, and this is the area that I'm concerned about, and this is the area that I'm watching. Let's just put another one back below. So what I'm wanting, is to stay above 228.33 here on Amazon, and that's just these simple lows of this. This is almost it's certainly not a perfect morning star by any stretch of the imagination, but it has the same implications as a morning star. So I want it to stay below the low of the third candle back, and we need it to break out of 234.80. We need to get above that bottom, and on the cloud you can see that flat line right there. It is very important that we get above that. Now, once we get above that, I personally think Amazon rocks. Just an opinion, but I think Amazon goes higher. Take a look at Google. I think Google is doing just fine. We're just having a little bit of a pullback, but right now, trend is still trend. It's still working. Take a look at the Mag 7 here. They're not doing too bad. I mean, having a little pullback, but that doesn't mean that we just, it doesn't mean that we whine and waste our cold beer. Manage the chart, follow the chart, wait for that buy signal, look for those stocks that's pushing it up. But right now, I think it's looking great. Take a look at XLE, up and away, doing a great job. Let's look at the weekly on that. Let's look at the monthly on that. Look at that monthly. And again, I'm looking at the monthly. And most people here, most people know that I would rather look. My number one chart to look at time frame is daily. I would rather look daily up rather than daily down. I think you get more information by looking up rather than down. And man, if you just take a look at that monthly, are we about ready to break out of here? Yipes. That looks fantastic. Take a look at XLK. XLK still working good. Of course, that's going to look a lot like the Qs here, but it's still hanging right in there. Meta. Did I buy? Yeah, I did. I'm in METU on Meta, and that's the single stock ETF. And right now, we might be trying to reverse in here. We might be trying to. We've rallied up, we've pulled back, we filled that gap. We're testing, these candles right in this area here. We have a doji bullish engulf. Let's see what happens today. It might be ready, but it definitely needs a little bullish attitude going on here. And it really needs to get above that 670 area. And then what I'm going to look for is a target about that 689, 690 up here on that one. Take a look at XLY. XLY is doing just fine. Discretionary. Another one, let's move this to a monthly. Just look at that. Breaking out, right? Man, you can't go wrong when we're breaking out to new highs. You just can't go wrong. Microsoft tried to get its mojo going yesterday, and maybe it is. Maybe it is. We don't know yet. Are we going to get follow through? And by the way, follow through doesn't have to be today. Okay, there's no law that says we put a bullish piercing candle and we have to have follow through the very next day. There is no law that says that. There's nowhere in candlestick history does it ever say that. There's nowhere in trading history is that ever the truth. So now what we do is we monitor that candle, and then we're going to look for price action to, sorry, my mouse is really kind of slow and I've got so much loaded up. We're looking for a breakout, right? And what we don't want is a breakdown. So what would tell you that this thing maybe is no good? Well, what if it goes below that 200 period moving average right there? That would tell me that Microsoft still has a problem. As long as it's moving sideways, it's trying to work through its problem. A breakout would suggest that problem is over. And above these highs over here would suggest that the bulls also think that problem's over, and the bulls may be jumping on this for a while. PLTR. So PLTR is kind of funny. I talked with somebody last night on this because we were talking about tech kind of rolling over the Mag 7. And I'm not, and it's the AI trade that maybe is, a little funky right now. I'm not sure PL falls in that category. And I'm holding the single stock ETF, PITR. And while AI plays a part with PLTR has a lot of other things going on. So I'm not sure that they're going to get beat up on the AI trade. So I'm still liking PLTR right now. And as long as price can hold the 8 EMA and the EMA can hold that trend indicator, I think we're okay on that. We already looked at SMH. There's Apple. Apple's still on a little bit of a drift. Let it drift until we see that buy signal. When we see the buy signal, well, we just might buy it. USO, not doing so good here. Still underwater. No signs of moving up. FNGU needs to get popping up here, and this is going to be part of that tech trade. But it's kind of limping here. Yeah, it's limping right now and not doing so great. So keep an eye on that. If it does start to move up, it would suggest that some of that tech is coming back. Moving down is going to suggest that some of that tech is still kind of weak there. Okay. So anyway, yeah. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see if you guys here. Let me get rid of this. Well, you know what? We'll keep the cloud up today. So let's take a look at CGC. Let's just look at some of these pot stocks. So if you see CGC here, a common thing that I'll hear is, "Oh man, I missed this trade." No, you didn't miss it. You didn't miss the CGC trade. You may have missed this trade, but you didn't miss the CGC trade. And it's funny when I hear people say that. 99.99% of the people, you could actually tell them that you buy CGC right now because it's going to rocket up. But the way it looked down here, they would call you crazy, they would call you nuts, they would never get in it. And then when it moves up, what are they going to say? Oh, I missed that trade, like you ever would have been in it anyway. And I call bullshit on that. Very, very few traders are in CGC right now in this world that we are in right now, because that's not the kind of charts that we jump on. What we go after is CGC right now. So let's monitor that. Let's keep an eye on it. So what I'm going to look for is maybe trading, and that will be adjusted based on where we actually open up, and from that line up, that would be bullish. From that line down, I'm going to stay away from it until it sets up again. Okay. So anyway, don't feel like you've missed out on anything. Whoops, that's not it. Crone. There we go. Look at Crone here. So right now with this one, what I'm going to do is, and again, this line will be adjusted based on exactly where we open up. Above $3.20, that might be a buy. Now, if you're one of those traders, which I'm one of these traders, where I would rather, because I don't want to chase, I don't want to get excited today, I don't want to break a sweat. I've got a nice clean shirt on here, hair's combed. I've got things to do today. I don't want to get sweaty working on this. So I would rather take a calm approach and just let it set up, because it will. I promise you. Or it may just move sideways. And it may move a little higher and then do all that. But that's more what I'm going to do, is wait for things to set up, more my style of trading. Telray, T-O Ray. Look at Telray here. Perfect. Just wait for that setup to come in there. Wait for, what do we look for? Things like a 3/8 trap, pump out of the box, consolidation, minor pullbacks, things like that. Don't change what we do. What we do is good. Keep doing it. MJ is one. Look at MJ here. We're going to pull back. I'm pretty sure. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have here. Where am I here? Does anybody have any charts you want to take a look at? Oops, let me come up here. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here again. Trying to find my way here. EOSE long. There we go. Yeah, EOSE I think is looking great. We've got a nice little, moving up. We've got higher lows. You can see we've got higher highs here. No reason to think that's not going to move up a little bit higher. If you're concerned about this top, and I get that a lot, we're concerned about this top, don't trade it. On the other hand, if bought around this area right here, well, that's a 19.5% trade. And newsflash, please, somebody tell me that who would turn 19% down? Who would turn that down? So I think it all looks good myself. CHRW, beautiful chart. I'm going to flag that one. Thank you. Look at that morning star here working out. I want to look at the weekly. Look at that weekly chart heading up. Let's look at the monthly. Wow, that's pretty steep. No doubt about it. That's pretty steep. But it hasn't stopped yet, is it? It's not showing any signs of letting go. And we've got a nice 3/8 trap right in here, don't we? Beautiful, beautiful chart. Let's see here. All right. I've got a few charts. Let's take a look at CCJ. Look at CCJ here. We start to break out right in here. I see CJ. I see CCJ. I see CCJ moving back up and retesting these highs up in the low 100 area. Another one is TTI. Take a look at TTI. What a beautiful breakout. And if I remember right, I don't remember who, but somebody here in the Hit and Run Candlesticks room bought this yesterday. Congratulations. I think it's a great looking chart. Uh, see, this is this is right here what I mean, say with the pot stocks, okay? Or with anything that moves up. Let me get my arrow. See that candle right there? Boom, we break out, right? And we're going to draw a line from here over. Okay, so we break out. Oh man, I missed that chart. No, you didn't. Look at the pullback. That's what we're looking for. Right there, 3A trap, right? This big candle here was a 3A trap. That bearish candle, orange candle, was a 3A trap. 3A trap. The breakout right here is a buy on TTIE. Beautiful, beautiful chart. TGB. Take a look at TGB here. Man, that one is just now breaking out. Very, very nice chart here on TGB. Nice consolidation. Let's look at a 2-day chart. 3-day, 4-day. Actually, go back to the 3-day. Look at that consolidation right there. How sweet. That's a nice chart. IAU. Look at IAU. So I was wanting to buy some of that. I should have bought it yesterday. I talked about it and I never did. And now it has gone too far for me to buy it. So we're up 1, 2, 3, 4 days. So now I'm going to need to see a little consolidation, a little bit of rest before I buy it. See how this went up right here? Look at that consolidation and rest. I should have bought it. Darn. Oh, well. There'll be others. How about some KGC? Darn. See, here's another one. So let's just wait for that pullback. See this pullback right here? That's what we're looking for. We want that to happen. If you're in it, goody, goody gumdrops. We want the pullback, then get in it, and then make money. So what we've got is thrust, rest, money. Thrust, rest, money. Take a look at AA. Nice breakout yesterday on the AA, would suggest AA is going higher. Bank of America. I also think a few people in Hit Run Candlesticks bought this yesterday. Bank of America is a buy right in here. Makes me want to look at Wells Fargo as well. Yeah, Wells Fargo is a buy as well. I sure thought I had more. Oh, NAC. Look at NAC. There we go. Look at NAC setting up. Yeah, somebody looking for a $2 chart. NAC is looking pretty good here. NAC is looking really good. And you've got about 30% up here to retest those highs up there around $3. Not too shabby on that. Not too shabby at all. So, whoops. My scroller's not scrolling. Just a minute here. Thoughts on TAP? TAP. Right now, I think TAP probably needs to break out right in here. There'd be no reason in buying it. I mean, there'd be no reason not to buy it. It looks really good. What I've just discovered is that, see that flat red line there? That becomes kind of a very cautionary area for me. So we could kind of pop up here and then start to rest. That might be a better buy. It's a buy right now. It's a 3-8 trap. Just manage it. You know, don't let it go sideways. Don't let it go south on you. Sideways is okay, but don't let it go south on you. Just make sure that stop is in there. Yeah. What was that other one? I think I saw another one. Adobe. See, here's one. Look at Adobe. See how it stopped right there? Boom, 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 boom. Broke out. Okay. Now we're good to go. We're good to look at Adobe. So yeah, Adobe is looking pretty good here. I would have no problem trading Adobe. Watch that 200 period moving average and then watch for a move higher. On Adobe, let's do this. Let's take this high right over here. There we go. Let's move down to about right there. Do I like that? I think I do. All right, so this is gonna be the 50% retracement. That's my sweet spot. That's my number one target. If it doesn't get there, that's okay. If it only gets halfway, you've made good money. But right now, that's the target that I would manage to. My trading world on this would be something like this right there. And you've got a 30% playground to trade. And it's where, price may go up. It may, we know it's going to pull back, up and pull back. You may even dip below the trend indicator a little bit. You might even do that. You might dip below the T line a little bit. But right now, that's the path to just simply a 50% retracement. That's all. Nice. I like that. Let's keep an eye on Adobe. Yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anything? Yeah, MSOS is just, man, talking about a sweet trade. That's an absolute buy if you ask me, around that $5. And then, watch for the pullback. We could come back and test into that 50. It's very possible. That's 14% away. But yeah, MSOS is killing it. Looking great. Let's see, NEM. Yeah, gold is going higher. Yeah, it's not it. Yeah. NEM. There's nothing to say, NEM. So here's the thing on NEM. If you're in it, stay in it, put a stop in. If you're looking to buy it, I don't think that's a smart move. Um, I'm just not don't buy too high, don't chase. Wait for that pullback. It gives you lots of opportunities. But if you're already in it, just move your stop up, protect your profits. Number one, protect those profits. Don't let them go negative on you. But yeah, overall, techs, yeah, I believe that gold goes higher here. Yeah. Hey, Urena, CNC. Let's see what that's looking like this morning. Yeah, this is one I'm holding as well. Bought yesterday. We made very good money on it yesterday. Sold half of it. Bought it early enough in the day that we made good money and sold it right at our 50% retracement area. That's what that is right there. Now looking for a breakout to run up into that 40, we'll call it 45, 200 period moving average to 45. So 44 to 45 area is what I would be looking at the next move up on CNC. So far, it's looking really good. Let's look at a 3-day chart. See that 3-day chart? Oh, yeah, maybe we better. So if I'm in CNC, I can almost guarantee you that I would probably be taking. I'm going to actually move this line down, and I'm going to be taking profits. If it can make it there today, I'm out at that level, Urena. Just FYI, let it build itself again, and then we'll look at it. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, H man, how you doing? Good morning. DOCN. DOCN, nice 3-8 trap setting up. Nice trend moving up. I see no reason not to be a buyer on, positive trading, or even, based on this chart pattern. Just make sure that stop is in there. PTRA, PTRA. PTR. I don't think that's it, or maybe I did it wrong. PTRA. Yeah, I don't think that's it. PRTA. PRTA. Maybe that's what you're looking at. I don't know. Oh, you're looking at PTIR. Okay. Yeah, PTR has been working. I've come back very well on that. I'm loving it right now, and I'm looking forward to move higher. Yeah. I guess that's one. Okay. Hey, it is about time for me to get out of here. We'll look at NEO, and then I've got a jet. NEO is a buy. Nice chart, Stu. Let's flag that. Good thing I looked at that. Thank you. Look at that nice tight consolidation. See how we thrust and we pull away from the trend indicator? and then see how we've come back and we have a meeting trend indicator price. Man, I think that's fantastic. There's another bonus here as well, I think. I'm going to get rid of this because I have changed the way that looks. There we go. And here. And I'm going to start over here. Just move this across. So we broke out of that 50% retracement area. That's a target. It's also a place for resistance. Once we break out of it, it becomes support. And here we are testing that support. A very nice flag setup. Man, watch for this breakout here. I like that. Let's look at the 2-day chart just to get more. Now let's just go to a weekly chart. There's the weekly chart here. Darn it. Got to watch these levels right there, okay? But right now, man, we start to break out. I think we've got us a nice looking chart here. But definitely watch these levels right in here. This 11 to 13 area right in there, okay? All right, I do have to go. I want to thank everybody. Remember, you can check out, I'll post them in the room right here, and I'll post over in our Discord positions I'm currently holding. I'll post it a couple times a day, maybe. Remind me if I don't. Okay, I need a little help with that sometimes. Remember that we are here every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, and it's open to the world. Okay, thanks, everybody. Members, I'll see you in the room in about 25 minutes. Okay, take care.